G'day and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be moving on with another project. Now I'm waiting on parts for the Mini and for the Model T. So I'm going to crack on with the DRZ. So you may have caught the video where I went out on a road test and rode it for a good while, 20 something minutes, only to get home and discover that it had no coolant in it. The radiator hose, I can put my thumb in there. So it's likely to be shot, but that's not totally guaranteed. So the purpose of this video is really just to take some bits and pieces off so I can get to the spark plug hole. I'm going to feed a bore cam or Boroscope down there, and we'll together take a look at the condition of the bores. Now, my younger bro, thanks Pete, has sent me a piston ring and barrel for this. He put a big bore kit on his early hours into owning and running his, so it's in pretty decent condition. So if we are careful with gaskets and the like, I think we may be able to replace that. While I'm at it, I'm going to give it some TLC. So it's got lots of red pilbara dust and still got a flat tyre. It just needs going over, and good cleanup won't hurt it, and obviously get the mechanical issues fixed. So the other issue it had, and I don't know whether it was related to running really hot, was on this side of the engine. Down in here, we've got a pretty decent oil leak, so we'll take a look at that as well. Okay, I'll set you up and I'll get started. First job, taking off the skid plate underneath. Okay, these seem to be a combination of 10mm and 8mm. Let's start with the 10s. There's some of that classic Pilbara dirt. I don't know if you can see that. But yeah, it's it hasn't copped too much damage, which is good. I'll give it a good wire brushing with a cheek poker and reuse that. Okay, so I think our oil drain might be this one here. It looks like a 14 or a 15. Start with a nice clean one so that we can see if there's any contamination that's come out. Get fit. Oh Jesus, Jiffy Lube. It's been here. Oh. Pretty sure, fellas and fellettes, ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't need to be this tight. I wonder if it's taken any threads out, because it seems to be fighting all the way. I'm getting serious now. I've taken off my thongs. Yeah, I'm just inspecting the drain plug. I think it's magnetic. Yeah, nothing really to write home about there. Grab the tank off. Hey. I think we've got a couple of Allen keys holding it down. Nope. Wouldn't just be sitting there, would it? Yeah, I can't get my big mitts in there, so I'm going to have to take the exhaust off, which looks non-trivial. A couple of Allen key. Okay, I've got the exhaust off. Quite a tasty little stain tune unit. Now, I had to take the rad hoses off first, so didn't really need to take that side off, but on this side, I couldn't get the Allen key in here with this being in the way, so I took that off. Note to self, put it back in reverse order. Okay, on further inspection, there's the access to the tank mounts. There, and the same on the other side. I didn't really need to take the exhaust off, however, I'm pretty sure I'm going to need to drop the engine out, so not time wasted, but there's the access point. All right, tank's off. Now, spark plug. I need a little bit of light. Okay. She's right down there, and I think I've got a socket for that. All right, spark plug's out. Don't think I've ever seen one that's so small. There's a socket to scale. It's puny, but it looks pretty clean. It's pretty decent. All right, I'll get my Boroscope sorted. Okay, so this is a scope overviews. Pretty sure I don't need 20 meters, but it's got decent little light on the end, and it Bluetooths to an app on my phone. So I'll get that all connected up, and I'll see if I can record. Okay, we're down inside the cylinder at the moment, just looking out the top of the piston. The issue I'm having here is I can't get the camera to turn 90 degrees so I can see the walls of the cylinder. So all we're really doing at the moment is coming in and out of the spark plug hole and looking straight down on the piston. So yeah, that's not much good for us. I'll have to try something else. Yeah, unfortunately there's not much I can see. The spark plug hole is just too small. It only just takes the end of that down, and I don't have enough headroom to make a right angle to look at the walls. So let's just assume it's knackered, running for 25 minutes without coolant. Probably is. So I'll just proceed to now take that engine out. Okay, I got the offending radiator hose off, and it looks like something there chafed it until it blew apart. It's much worse than I thought it was, actually. Pretty decent split. Okay, so next step here, I'm going to free up some room. So I'm thinking of taking the front, or taking the rads off, which will free up this front side of the motor. This arrangement here, that's going to be in the way. And I think also probably have a crack at getting airbox and carburetor off. Okay, I've got both radiators off. Let's play a game of one of these things is not like the other. That shape is pretty interesting. Yeah, I think there may be some investment required here. I think Matt's had a stack. Okay, moving on. Okay, sit rep. Oil breather hoses. That's them there on the ground. 2 of. So there's one here also. One there to there, one there to there, and there to there. And on this side, what have I done? I've got this ducting for the airbox off, and I've got the carburetor free, so it's not over adjustment. Cables are still on it. I've also undone this oil transfer line off the bottom of the engine in here, and undone this engine mount to release here. Just got to take it off at the top, and then I'll just keep trying to move things out of the way. Things like gear lever, brake lever on the other side, and I will bring you back when I've progressed. Okay, starting to get a bit messy here. What we're up to. So I've taken this rubber union out here, which gives the carburetor better room to move. I've taken off the starter motor wire in there. The neutral switch, alternator charging cable, I'd say wiring, so that's now free. We're getting to the pointy end now. So also clutch cable, it's off. So really all it's kind of attaching things is sprocket. There's probably some wiring tucked in there that needs to come out. Well, now it's free. Gear shift and brake lever on the other side. And I might have a little go getting this out. It's been about 3 hours so far. So this should be the last update before I remove all the engine mounts and try to pull the engine out this way. So from the other side. So I've taken chain off. There was a bit of a sprocket guard here, and I've also taken off the brake lever and associated spring, pivot, that type of thing. And we genuinely look ready to get this main bolt out here, and once I've got that one out, I'll take these complete assemblies off, and we'll see what happens then. Okay, you join me after I've taken the engine mounts off, withdrawn the swing arm bolt, which obviously goes through the engine case at the back, and I think we're getting a result. Hopefully I can kind of rotate it. And lift it. It feels pretty light. I've got the sprocket just catching on some hoses here. I'll get them out of the way. Oh, there's a wire on the starter motor. 8mm. Alright. Ooh. Oh no, that was just a bit of thread lock. Okay, let's try again. Try not to drop it. I need to get in the way of the camera. Sorry, camera. Moving you. Because it's severely threatening just to fall out. Ow, wow. Pinch fingers. There we go. Crikey. That was pretty heavy. I'm going to go and lift this up on the bench. Okay, and there, my friends, is the result. It wasn't a terrible job, although I'm panting a little bit now, but it's all out and ready to be torn apart. And with that, I'm going to make this episode a wrap, and we'll see you next time as I get to the bottom of whether the current cylinder and piston are serviceable, which I extremely doubt. Minimum's going to need a gasket kit. I'm going to assume the piston and bore are shot, so that's it for now. Thanks for watching.